Welcome to the table. Pull up a chair and let's learn something new together. Imagine we are all building a miniature town from scratch. To do this, we need raw materials: wood, clay, stone, and usually we gather these resources from the community around us. Building an artificial intelligence system works in much the same way. But in the world of AI, those raw materials are data. We aren't building with wood or clay, we are building with pieces of people's actual lives, their daily routines, their shopping habits, and their personal histories. This creates a natural tension. The standard approach in machine learning is to gather every scrap of material possible and keep it forever, because more data usually leads to a more capable model. However, regulators are setting firm boundaries on that behavior. Agencies like the Federal Trade Commission are watching closely to ensure these systems don't step over the line, enforcing rules that protect individuals from how these automated programs use their information. Taking materials from a community without their agreement quickly erodes the trust needed to keep building. Because of that, every person working on an AI project today carries the responsibility of understanding the rules of the road to keep their work viable. Consider the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation. It's effectively a global rulebook for how we borrow these materials. Since it protects anyone living in Europe, it sets the standard for how AI teams handle data almost everywhere. The first rule is simple. You must have a valid, documented reason to use someone's information in the first place. Simply wanting a smarter model isn't enough of a justification on its own to start collecting. Once you have that reason, you must stay on task. As the diagram shows, when the path turns red, you cannot take data meant for one specific job and quietly use it to train a completely different AI model later. For example, if a customer gives you their address to ship a package, you can't automatically use that same address to train a shopping recommendation engine. You have to ask for a new agreement first. There's also the principle of taking only what is necessary. Rather than hoarding every bit of information just in case it's useful, teams are expected to limit themselves to the specific materials required for the task at hand. Finally, these materials shouldn't sit in your storage bins forever. AI teams need a clear cleanup schedule, ensuring data is deleted once the project is finished rather than being kept. Like medical histories or precise locations are treated with extra care, requiring much higher levels of oversight than everyday data. In the US, state laws like those in California give people the right to stop their information from being sold or shared with outside companies to train new AI systems. Other states have strict rules regarding physical identifiers. In Illinois, using things like facial scans to train a recognition tool without a specific written agreement can lead to massive fines, potentially thousands of dollars for every single violation. Different industries have their own protections too. Medical information is covered by a law called HIPAA, which sets a high bar for health privacy. Similarly, student data is protected by FERPA, a law that ensures educational records aren't used or shared without a very specific reason. It's also important to remember that buying data from a broker or scraping it from the web doesn't mean the original privacy rights disappear. If the data was collected improperly at the start, the AI team is still responsible for the mess. Ignoring where your materials came from creates a significant liability. In many cases, it can lead to a model being pulled from the market entirely because it was built on a foundation that didn't follow the rules. To avoid these problems, we use an approach called privacy by design. This means thinking through all the protections and boundaries before a single line of code is written. This includes planning for the day a user asks to have their data removed. Your team needs a way to cleanly find and delete that information from your databases, your backups, and the pipelines used to train the model. It's very difficult to reach into a finished AI system and try to scrub out specific data after the fact. It's much more effective to build a modular system where individual pieces can be identified and removed without breaking the rest of the structure. Working this way is more than just a legal requirement. It's a way to build trust. When users see that you respect their boundaries and handle their data with care, they are much more likely to support what you're building. We are all figuring out how to use these powerful tools responsibly. By sharing this knowledge, we can build systems that aren't just advanced, but are actually worthy of the community's trust. Creating AI that lasts means making room for these considerations from the start. There's a seat right here for you. We hope you'll join us.